Welcome to your Inspirational Astrology horoscope for Wednesday, July 10th, 2013. I'm astrologer David Palmer, the Leo King, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. If you haven't checked it out yet, check out InclusiveAstrology.com for my new special personal reading. All the details are up there about Jupiter in Cancer and the big Grand Trine energy. Now, speaking of this Grand Trine, we are only 4 days away from the exact position of Jupiter Grand Trining over to Neptune in Pisces and to Saturn in Scorpio. And this is really powerful because we had the Sun and Mercury do its conjunction here in the last day, a conjunction that is becoming clear on how we're feeling. What the hell is going on, right? This is much more docile, personal energy, not so crazy like the Gemini energy. This is intense emotional feelings that we're going deep down in ourselves. And especially as today the Moon and Venus come together in Leo, we're wanting to feel great. We're wanting to feel the life in us. We're wanting to look in the mirror and love ourselves. We're wanting to find the love in that relationship. We're wanting to shine bright in our lives. Yet there is so much internally, feeling-wise, down in our roots of our life that we got to clean out and figure out here. We got to listen to our spirit. We got to listen to spirit itself. We got to pay attention to the signs of the universe. We got to open up right now feelings that we haven't cracked open in a long time, ones we forgot about. This is us reminding ourselves of feelings, especially as Mercury has crossed the Sun and has gone backwards now, completely over the Sun and humped. We're going deeper and deeper backwards into the past of how we used to feel when maybe we were a kid or when we were younger. I talked about this yesterday. But now that the Sun is moving forward, it's our conscious awareness that's moving forward and our mind that has to catch up. We're going to start experiencing feelings out of nowhere, ones that we didn't even think of, ones that we didn't even try to process. They're just there. And now as the Sun moves forward and as the Moon and Venus come together, feelings are just going to start popping up and our minds are going to try and figure this out. There's a lot of processing going on, but the processor is lagging. And it's okay. It's because we need to load as much data to be processed first before we figure it out, which are the experiences of us experiencing our feelings right now, of us going through the motions, of us laying in bed and figuring out what's going on, taking a time inner. And it is this time inner-wise that is bringing us to a more understanding of what's going to happen. It's okay if you don't know exactly where you're going to go. These are mystical times, unpredictable, foggy, but intuitively understanding, not sharp. We've left that. We've figured out our minds are clear. Really, our minds are clear on how to understand something. We just went through a year of just da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Literally. Now it's the shh. Are you okay? Are you feeling all right? What's the issue here? What do you feel? Why don't you tell me how you feel? And part of this is trying to understand how we can communicate how to feel. And I don't think it's time that we truly know exactly how to say how we feel. I think there's a lot to think about, a lot to feel. And with the Moon and Venus today in Leo, we really want to feel great. We want to feel showery. We want to feel bright. We want to feel like the Leo King, baby. But there's a but. You're gonna have to know that you're going through a lot of feelings. So I think this can be kind of, well, I don't want to call you bipolar, but we can all be bipolar, as 1 minute we're feeling great, the next minute we're feeling like, a lot of this has to do with Mars finishing here in Gemini here in the next couple days, where our minds want action. It wants things to happen. We want our environment to be stimulated, yet we're starting new beginnings, which are based off the emotions of where we're planning, which planning can be kind of boring. So for a Moon in Leo and a Venus in Leo and a Mars in Gemini, with our core energy, our strength, our ego energy just wants like, yeah. Yet the energy is a lot more like spiritual and held back to see what God is telling us. And we're here to find our truth, to make sure that we're rooting our lives in our truth. And this is with new beginnings of where to start. These are new beginnings. So new beginnings do take the umph, just like a plane taking off. But you know, the action's in the air, the action's when it's landing. It's about us finding a way right now to find the right place to start in our life. And these are new beginnings. And the positive in the today is that we can find love in ourselves. We can find love in what it is that we hold to value so much that gives us the clarity of where to go. Without love, we're nothing. Without the sun, it's dark. And so with our energy right now, focused today especially on what we love, to spark where to root our emotions and what to try and become more clearly of how we feel based off what we love, based off what our truth wants. The last couple days are showing us that, you know, that deep, intense, desired energy, that really powerful connection that we are hungry for, is going to be what helps guide our heart as well. So as you're remembering what old memories, what old feelings you've had in the past, and what you truly love in the current place in your life, and where you're starting to feel that you should direct or start your life, this gives us this nice portal that accesses us to the newest part of our soul that we haven't been before. This is July, where the sparks fly. And this is the sparks that fly deep within yourself, deep within connecting to karmic past, deep with connecting to spiritual clarity. And that's where you'll go in the right direction. And it's taken some time to gather this. That's why there's a big grand trine happening. And don't get fooled by Mars in Gemini, which, you know, yes, there's lots happening. We're busy, vacation, summer. But through all that, there's a slowing down to process where we want to move forward in our lives, especially as Mars is getting ready to conjunct Jupiter here on my birthday, literally. We're definitely going to be taking off here, folks, but the GPSs, the coordinates, all that are being lined up while you're busy and doing things, you know? And don't forget about that. But find the love today, find the passion. We got a full day with the moon in Leo. So no matter what, that's going to be great with the friends, with the lover, for everything, honestly. Loving your cell phone, loving your keys, loving the rocks, loving the water, loving yourself, loving your hair. Love your hair today too. It's a great day for a good hair day. Check out my website, inclusiveastrology.com, if you have any questions or you want a one-on-one reading or you want to do my new personal reading special. Thank you guys so much for all the support, and I will see you tomorrow.